Hi, Kane. How are you?
Tamim, good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Firstly, thanks for doing this, Kane. This means a lot, especially that what's happening throughout the world, Kane, because the population here in Bangladesh is huge, and we, as a country size, we are not big enough, but we have a huge population. So
Mm,
the challenges we are facing at the moment is, and our government is facing, because uh, we have a daily earner. There are a lot of poor people who earns daily.
mm,
So if you put the country in complete lockdown, the poor people will struggle for the with the food.
yeah,
So what the government is trying to do is slowly trying to open some sector of businesses so that at least the poor can earn and at least they can survive. Because if you don't do this kind of thing, then
mm,
there will be lot more cases, less cases through corona, and then a lot more through
that's right. Yeah,
hunger.
yeah,
So yeah, the situation is not great, as you know, but
yeah,
I'm happy that New
shame.
Zealand is doing well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so
Thanks for that.
uh, Ken, I've told you this over the phone. The reason I do this is just to keep people happy for an hour or so. At least they can see us and share. We can share our stories. And this is the reason I've started doing this live session. I've done it with a lot of international cricketers. I've done it with Virat, Rohit, and Faf, and then it's obviously you and my Bangladeshi teammates. So I'll start. I have a few questions for you. It's nothing serious, all about cricketing stuff, and then we'll get started with it. The first question to you is, Kane, is Brandon McCullum left a legacy in New Zealand team. He was a fantastic captain, and then you have to took over. It's a similar situation with me and Mash, where Mash has done really well as a captain, and then I just got appointed now. So, what are the challenges you faced when you first took over as a captain? This is what I wanted to know.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that Mish and Brendan both led superbly well for such a long period of time, and from my perspective, it was a great opportunity to learn a lot from Brendan, and a lot of that I think is naturally by being sort of in the presence and seeing how the team operates. And then I think that the challenges when Brendan left, you were obviously you're now playing without him as a player and as a leader, and so it's sort of twofold. I'm sure Mish is still playing, so that's helpful. And one of the challenges, I guess, was we were continuing as a group, and we wanted to continue to grow. And as we all know, people get older, and you're trying to adapt with the people and the personnel that you have, and there's just always change, and it's sort of embracing that change. You need to be, I believe, authentic with your approach to leadership, and certainly tried and continue to try to do that to the best of my ability. But also, as you have and we have in our team with so many other leaders that can offer so much. So, making sure that those guys are offering and feel welcome and comfortable enough to help the group with any forms of leadership that they have is all of benefit. And I suppose surrounding that is just wanting to know and see the team move in a direction that you think's important. And as we know in our game, there's a lot you can't control, and there's wins and there's losses and everything in between. But you still know, I think, when the results, when they come and they go, whether you still have a gradual trend, and it's not just judged on the win or the loss. There's a lot more that goes into it, as you know, you've played the game for a long period of time. So, those were a lot of things that I know Brendan was big on, and things that are still really important, I think, to most teams.